Live? Oh
I
yeah,
did.
I'm gonna go live on Instagram. Okay, we are live.
Yeah, mine's going like, yay.
Hi guys! Hi, welcome to our world famous Thursday live with me, Sandhya, and my dear friend.
Hi, Sandhya. I'm Melissa. So Sandhya and I are both fashion designers and we're both moms. And every other week we get to meet here on various live platforms and chat about our style dilemmas and what's going on with our fashionable lives, or at least wannabe fashionable lives, as much as we can be with a bunch of little kids running around.
Yes, and today what are we talking about, Melissa?
Well, loyal viewers will know that we missed a couple episodes recently, and that's because Sanjay, you were on a fabulous trip, right?
I was.
Where
Yes.
did you go? What did you do? And what did you wear?
So I went to Africa. We did Kenya, Tanzania, and South Africa. And we did safari. So it was a lot of game drives for about 10, 12 days in Kenya and Tanzania. And then South Africa, we did Cape Town and Joburg, which was a lot of fun. So that's why. And before going on my safari and this, going on a safari is such a daunting, like, you have to. It's a big, big trip. You just have 15 kgs of duffel bag that you can take per person because you are taking those small planes for intercity or interdestination travel, and it's such a long trip that you want to make sure you have 50 underwears.
So that's 15, 14 kgs. That's about 30 pounds for
Yes,
our American Imperial users,
33
viewers.
point some pounds to be precise.
Oh, 33. Okay, so you were like measuring to be precise. So your style dilemma was, how do I pack all my clean undies and my fabulous outfits, because I'm sure you had so many great like photo shoot locations.
And when you think safari, what do you think? What is the first thing you think about when you think safari?
I mean, I'm picturing elephants, giraffes, and then like the savannah and like tents, like tent living, maybe glamping, but definitely in a tent.
And what do you imagine people are wearing on a safari?
I mean, the classic, it's like that safari, like tan, like that safari suit, with like the pockets and like a pith helmet. I don't know. That's how I imagine it.
Right, and that is what I was imagining, and I Googled. But when I went on my safari, I rarely saw anyone wearing clothes like that. So today, I'm going to share how women can look cute on a safari and not like dress up like those traditional safari outfits. How you can make it, very personal, very stylish, very cute. But before we go any further, we have fabulous viewers watching us live. Guys, if you're watching us live, we want you to tell us where are you guys watching us from. So if you're watching us live, say live in the city, country, or state. We are going live from West Coast. I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona, US. And where is Melissa going live from?
I'm in San Francisco, California. It's a beautiful day. Oh, Layla, you're so sweet. Oh, thanks, Layla. I got
So
all
yeah,
dressed up for you.
yeah, we are all dressed up for you. So tell us, where are you watching us live from? And we love our replay viewers. So if you do watch us on replay, because these videos go on replay everywhere, just say replay and your city or state. And if you guys have been on a safari before, or if you're planning to go on a safari, or if it's been on your bucket list forever, tell us in comments below. Right, Melissa?
Oh, yeah. So we've got viewers in Seattle, KY. Layla's in Wisconsin. Who else? Yeah, nice. Kim, you're new. Welcome. We love new people.
Thank you so much, guys. And Melissa, have you been on a safari or is it on your bucket list?
I've never been on a safari. I actually haven't really thought about it that much. My mom and my stepdad went a couple years ago, and it definitely seemed amazing. And then I'm really excited to hear about you. So maybe between the two of you, I'll be like, oh, I should take a trip. But it seems really cool.
Oh, it was so much fun. I think I'm like chasing sunsets, chasing sunrises, and although there's one that happens in my backyard that I rarely see, but I chase. We are like adventure chasers at our home, and for me, growing up, Jumanji was like such an adventure, uh, packed movie, and I was like, oh my god, like if I could do one thing in life, it has to be jungle, it has to be animals, it has to be treasure hunting, it has to be all the adventure in the world. So I don't know if that is something that you were like when you were growing up. Were you?
I think I was like a muddy kid when I was growing up. Well, kind of half muddy and then half like dress up, living in my fantasy world. But I'm definitely a city girl.
City girl?
I'm
I
a
think
city girl.
I'm ready. Like I'm okay with living part time in a city and part time in like far away from people and just being. But yeah, so we took flew from Phoenix to London and London to getting back to Safari to Nairobi, and Nairobi is the capital city of Kenya. And from there we drove from Nairobi. It was a 4-hour drive to Masai Mara National Park gate, and that's where our safari driver and spotter came to get us. So it was all very casual airport outfits till then. And then once we were in the open safari 4x4, which is such a fun vehicle to be in, our world just completely changed. When we were driving from the Masai Mara National Park gate to our glamping camps, we were in Enkiva camp. We saw like a herd of elephant family, uh, probably 500 zebras. I looked at all their butts and stripes and figured out all and we are nerds, we are like hardcore science nerds. Like I experiment on people, on things in my daily life without even realizing that I'm doing that. So we asked so many questions. What else? We saw all sorts of antelopes, and I was just wearing like casual pants, and which were more like my cargo pants. And I love oh my god, I've completely, it's gone out of my mind. uh, Pants that are tight on the bottom, what are they called?
Oh, joggers, joggers.
Joggers.
Yeah.
So I packed myself about 3 super lightweight polyester joggers with pockets, and I packed myself really cute dresses from my collection. And I was like, maybe I'll wear them, maybe I won't, but let me just keep them because they were super lightweight. And then I also put cute outfits. So I'm wearing this one for you today, and I'm wearing some Maasai jewelry from Maasai tribe. But I wore this entire look in a yellow color. Let me share a photo of this with you so you can see me with Maasai people.
Oh,
And this is in Tanzania. So me doing this entire look, and it was super comfy and super fun doing this look. So while I was wearing all these clothes, what helped was, first of all, it was all about having fun. And it's important to me that my clothes don't look super crushed. So although I recommend taking a linen shirt on a safari, it does wrinkle and it does crush and it does do its own thing. So you probably want to combine a few natural linen cotton clothes. Like this is cotton denim, but it doesn't crush super bad. And even when it's kind of worn, it looks nice. So clothes like this. Plus, you want to take polyester nylon jackets and pants that don't crush, but they just catch all this lint and dust that you can kind of just whatever, brush it
like
away.
brush off. Okay, I
Yeah,
have some questions, some
go.
practical questions. Okay, so you were limited to like 33-pound luggage. And was that because you were like taking small airplanes and like traveling? Were you with other people or was it just like your family unit?
So it was just my family. So it was a family of 4. So it was me, my husband, my 2 kids. So we ended up with 4 duffel bags, super lightweight. We got them on Amazon with wheels, so we don't have to lift them up all the time. And then I ended up packing one duffel bag entirely with my stuff. My husband packed his stuff in his duffel bag, and then both my kids' stuff, we did it in one bag. And Thank God for packing cubes. Guys, if you haven't played around with packing cubes, you need to get yourself some. Pack your clothes like I usually do, like, like undergarments in one packing cube, bottoms, tops. You could also pack them like sets or day wise. I have done that. And I've also experimented with different packing cubes. Like right now, I have the ones that zip up and you can like really press them in. And then I've played around with those Ziploc packing cubes where you kind of take their air out, their plastic bags, and then you really really make them compact. So I think packing cubes are lifesaver. And if you guys like to pack efficiently, I think planning your outfits day wise is always a great idea. Then you're not, it just makes your life so much easier. You can just grab that specific packing cube, unpack that, take your outfit out, and you're all set. And maybe have some extra packing cubes for your dirty laundry. Make
Oh,
sense?
smart. Bye, Layla. Thanks for hanging out with us. I agree with you that Sandhya does look beautiful in that photo, but she always looks beautiful.
I still have to talk about this beautiful Masai
Oh
piece.
yeah. Well, I have a couple other questions. Maybe you can get to it too. But were you staying in different places every night, or were you staying in the same place? But let me get you the spotlight on you.
So we stayed 4 days in Masai Mara, Kenya's in Kiva camp. So it was 4 days, one camp. It was a soft camp. In the night, they did have guards out, and we could hear animals. And I was concerned for my safety, but apparently nothing happens. So then from Masai Mara, we flew a 10-seater plane. What an adventure! I felt like Indiana Jones, to Amboseli, which was a 1 hour flight. So Amboseli is where they have the biggest elephants in the world, the African elephant, with huge tuskers, huge tuskers. What a sight to see them. So we were in Amboseli for 2 days. And it is the whole point of being in Amboseli is watching these huge tuskers in front of Mount Kilimanjaro. So you have Mount Kilimanjaro, a dormant volcano. It's the fourth highest peak in the world in the background. And Mount Kilimanjaro is in Tanzania, but it's so huge that you get such a good view from the border park of Amboseli. Then from Amboseli, we crossed the border to Tanzania, and we went to Tarangire National Park, which is right next to, and Obama's done a documentary on Netflix on this, I think Tsavo National Park. So all red mud, again, gorgeous elephants and the long neck antelope, like all these fantastic animals, mongooses. And then there were like huge termite houses.
Yeah, the termite mounds.
Me and my son, we call them termite temples.
Oh yeah. That's so cute.
They were huge. So we spent one night in Tarangire, and oh yeah, baobab trees in Tarangire. So I don't know if you guys know about baobab tree. It's also called the upside down tree. They're beautiful. So beautiful. I'll probably share some photos of baobab. And then of course we ended up trying the baobab fruit too. And then from Tarangire,
what's it like? What's the fruit like?
So it's like long bean shaped hard, and then you break it. It's got these seeds in. I've made a video, and then you can eat those seeds. They're kind of powdery, but they're like tamarindy in taste, like a tamarind.
Oh yeah.
And then they put it in boiling water and make a delicious juice, the baobab fruit juice. So that's yummy. And from that's baobab tree. From Tarangire, we drove to Lake Mayanara, which was very close to Angoro crater.
You're so good with the pronunciation.
We try. Yeah, we try. We make a point that we get it right. So Angoro crater is like right next to Serengeti National Park. So guys, Serengeti and Masai Mara is like almost the same thing. Masai Mara is Kenya, Serengeti is Tanzania. So Ngoro is like, bordering Serengeti. And then it was just fabulous because Ngoro is a dormant a volcano crater. Like, of course, when I say dormant, like a volcano that's blown out all of its stuff and is just this big bowl. And you kind of climb into the crater. So it's like all tropical weather. And then suddenly it's all flat savanna with gorgeous flamingos, hippos, lions, elephants, who've been there since forever, and black rhino, of course, endangered species. So that's Ngorongoro. So that was 11 days of safari.
Wow, amazing. That's so cool.
It was a lot of fun. I think I'm like, oh my God, I can't go on another game drive. But then every day there was something new to see. And just, I think outfits for me were just about looking cute, like feeling relaxed in the evening, and functionality, and not so much about, oh, I'm going to dress up for the elephants or the giraffes, because of obviously, they are the star of the show. But
Right.
just dressing up right, I felt I nailed my wardrobe down perfectly. So let's play this cool game, Melissa.
Wait,
Let's
can you tell us about that necklace? Because you've been teasing that necklace.
Oh yeah, so this all of this is from Maasai tribe of Kenya, and Maasai people are there, about 2 million Maasai tribal people in Masai Mara. So even they have Maasai people in Kenya and Tanzania, and there is no passport or borders for them. They can cross between the two countries as they please, because Maasai have been there before the countries were established. So they're absolutely gorgeous looking people, and they wear these bright red blankets and bright pink blankets, and I think they do maximalism so beautifully. Like, I'm just doing two Masai necklaces, those men and women do 10, with absolutely stunning earrings. They have bracelets, and these are all hand beaded. Let me come close. So these are all hand beaded. They do a lot of this in Kenya, and Masai people also make them. So I think I'm wearing a mix of original Masai and then Kenyan Nairobi beading. But I
Are
can
those
see, like,
earrings from the market as well?
I got it from like a Masai woman on the border.
Because it matches your top so beautifully.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Completely unplanned, but I can see like handmade knots and stuff in there. So that gives me trust that this is not from China. And there, like, I see all these handmade like flaws, which I absolutely love. They're not perfect in the sense of being professionally perfect, but they're just handmade and so stunning. So I got all of this from Masai women. So this is from actually a Masai village in Masai Mara. This is from the border of Amboseli Park, all of this. So, and like, guys, consider, like, if someone is wearing 20 of these with the earrings and a red blanket, and they still look so stunning. I kid you not. I was just telling Melissa before we started the video, just, imagine neutral colors of the African bush, and then imagine this tall uh, African Maasai man standing with his red blanket, all this jewelry, and a stick. It is a sight. It is a beautiful picture that,
Wait, do you have a photo?
I should, but I haven't uploaded it here. Maybe I'll put it
I
on.
feel like I saw something on your Instagram though, right?
Yeah, but I haven't shared everything. But it's just such a
Oh,
they're so stylish, and they are so proud, and they dress up so well. I think they could give us a lesson in styling and how to carry yourself. So that's an authentic Maasai tribe for you right there. And the beading, like all the African beading, is all thanks to Maasai people.
I love it. Thank you.
And then I think a very fun way about cute safari outfits is talking about. So, safari style is about blending comfort, functionality, and a little glam. So, for that, as I researched, I came across some things that felt true or not true. So, I think, Melissa, let's play the safari style myth or fact game. Okay,
Okay, all right. I'll
go.
participate. Okay.
So, when you are on a safari, a lot of websites recommend you should wear neutral colors and completely avoid bright colors. Myth or fact? Like,
I think that's probably fact. I remember reading that like bright colors attract bugs. Like if you're camping and you don't want to get stung by a mosquito, don't wear bright colors.
so I wore bright colors. I wore this orange jacket all the time during my
Wait,
trip.
show the jacket. Show the jacket.
Here I show. So it's really
Oh,
cute
cute.
jacket. the really pretty print, and it's a super dark color. I wore black, I wore bright pink, and to be honest, it completely depends. We were in a malaria free zone, it was dry season, it was winters in Kenya, so it really didn't matter what color. And Masai people wear bright red and bright pink, and I don't see them getting bit by mosquitoes.
Oh
So
yeah,
you
good point.
you have to do a mosquito repellent nonetheless. So you have to have your sunscreen, your mosquito repellent. So that's what it what something that helps with the mosquitoes. But I read myself that to get rid of say mosquitoes, you shouldn't be wearing blue. But I personally did not, see any of that. But also, I was in Kenya, Tanzania, and South Africa, so I don't know if it is for Botswana or Uganda. But what you cannot do is you cannot wear camouflage printed clothes because it's illegal. In some African countries, wearing camouflage is illegal by law.
Is
So
that because of poaching?
it's because of poaching, and I think the army wears camouflage, so it's kind
Oh,
of a taboo. So that's unlawful. So definitely no camouflage prints, but you can do bright colors. I wore bright colors, and Maasai people wear bright colors all the time. And honestly, I didn't see any animals shying away from me. I did combine my bright colors with neutrals, but nonetheless, we stopped next to a group of elephants, and after 10 minutes, two of the teenager elephants were right there trying to grab me. They were so interested in us. So, if you keep, I think it's all about noise. If you keep quiet. And my driver and spotter were both wearing bright colors. They were not scaring any animals away. In Masai Mara, you are allowed to off road. So we would just go stop in front of lions, and they just looked at us because they were so full they couldn't care any less.
okay. So bright colors,
Bright, do
wear
do
them. So
your bright colors, yeah. And
that's a myth.
we didn't have any input from the camp people itself. I think they just generally say do safari colors, and if that's your style and if that's something you like, do it for sure. I felt doing darker colors was easier because laundry was hard. We could get our laundry done in the first camp, but not in the camps after. So if you want to splurge on getting your clothes washed, do light colors, do neutrals. I thought darker colors were just easier to maintain being on such a long trip. And yeah, so that's myth number one. So let's talk about the next one, layering or no layering, and what's the weather like in Africa during July, August.
I mean, you brought up a good point that it is winter time or like the fall winter season. Winter season, right? Because it's
Yes,
after the solstice.
because it was so
Okay.
we went from a burning Arizona to
Yeah.
cold Nairobi, and I'm like, yeah, southern hemisphere has different weather. It's sunk in for the
Right.
first time.
Totally. I know South Africa is supposed to have weather like California. So I'm guessing it was like pretty mild, maybe like 60 degrees Fahrenheit, but
It was
probably colder when you were out, like
it was in
camping.
its 50s, definitely colder,
Okay.
and I think when you go on a safari, layering is the best thing you can do. So if you
If you
want,
come to California, layering is the best thing you can
yeah,
do.
it's somehow layering has become the regular for everything. So, guys, if you want to put a nice inner, a t shirt, a shirt, a jacket, a light sweater, I think those are great ideas for your safari packing list. And you can kind of make them in as a whole outfit. So, it's literally 5 outfits in one. A lot of days I just did my warm inner, did a t shirt on top, or did my t shirt, did a light sweater and a this is kind of not super thick, but just like Uniqlo thickness of jacket, but still super cute. So I did that. When I got warm, I took it off. So game drives are usually early in the morning and in the evening time if you're going for a hardcore safari. So they start game drives at 5 a.m., 6:30 a.m., and then they are back by noon. And then you kind of relax for a couple of hours. Then you go on your next game drive around 4:30. And then our the first camp was incredible because they gave us blankets and hot water bottles. So every morning they would warm our our 4x4, which was completely open, guys, no windows. If a lion wanted to have me for snack, there was nothing stopping him. Definitely not my Maasai driver with his knife. So and it was incredible, just layering clothes and having those blankets and warm water bottles. What an amazing idea! So guys, go for layering. And I think in your bottom you can get away with pants. You probably don't. If you're cold in your legs, I don't know if you are, Melissa.
Generally, generally I don't get very cold in the legs. That's a good, like, yeah, some people are cold in the legs, but I have these like silk long underwear that I layer when it's cold, and those are very thin but very, very warm. So I
Yeah.
can just wear like my regular jeans, and I put a layer of that on, and it packs
But
really,
don't you
really
get
small.
warm when it gets hot outside?
Do I get, but it doesn't get hot here.
Okay. So yeah, but in Africa, if you're on a safari, it's usually really cold in the morning and then it gets really, really hot and then it gets cold in the evening. So I wouldn't do anything that I can't change.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't take my jeans off because there's no privacy, rarely any toilets in the bush. You're driving for hours chasing animals. So be mindful of that, if that makes sense.
That's a really good tip. That's a really good tip.
So, with that, I am coming to the next one. Melissa, what do you think you should carry, shorts or full pants for your
I
African
would I
trip?
would go with full pants, but you kind of sounds like wearing maybe like a short layer underneath your pants is the right thing to do.
I think for men, especially, they kind of recommend those zip up short pants cargo. If you know, I don't know if you get those for women.
Oh, those are,
And I
I
think
love the concept, but I have never
it's a bit
seen an
tacky looking.
execution.
Yeah, a lot of these safari outfits out there are quite tacky, and the ones you see in the movies that are fit beautifully, are tailored beautifully, are completely different. So, I mean, for me, I'm okay. I don't feel weather or elements in my legs, but I don't want mosquitoes biting me on my legs. So I thought joggers were such a great idea because they couldn't even enter my cuffs. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, so you have it cinched at the ankle so no bugs are like crawling up. That's very smart.
Yeah, so I think joggers, full pant joggers, are such a great pick for a safari. But if you guys want, do pack one or two pair of shorts for the time when you're just lounging around your tent and you want to change out of the pants. But I wouldn't go like shorts heavy. I would keep it pants heavy when I pack.
Because shorts aren't as versatile in that situation.
Exactly, and when
Mm.
mosquitoes are attacking your legs, then they don't seem like a very good idea.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but when you're in your hotel, in your campsite, usually they keep those mosquito free. And then obviously, so when we went and all of this was used, we took hand cleaning alcohol wipes. So we took small packs of it, and my husband would have those every day, and we would wipe our hands before eating so we don't get food poisoning. And then we took mosquito spray, mosquito creams, lotions, whatever, and then also those tiny mosquito stickers. And then also we got these stickers off of Amazon that if you do get bite, they kind of relieve your itch. And we use those because my daughter, whenever a mosquito bites her, she gets like allergic reaction where it becomes
Oh,
this watery boil. So guys, if you're packing for a bush adventure, you want to get all of these off of Amazon. Highly recommended.
anytime I travel outside the country, I do bring like a little medicine pack. And it's, other countries have medicine. It's fine. It's just like if you feel sick or if someone in your family group feels sick, there's nothing quite like a home, like a remedy from your home country.
For
You know what
sure.
I mean?
No, for sure. I recommend antacids. And you're eating outside food, so you want your Tums, your whatever anti. What is the anti-acid that they have here? Zyzal is anti-allergy, right?
Yeah, or like Zyrtec.
Nexium, like yeah, Zyrtec
I
is
mean,
next.
Pepto-Bismol.
Pepto-Bismol, Tums. You want to have all of that, and you will use that. Painkillers for sure, because you're traveling so much. You're so tired. One of the days maybe you wanna take one Tylenol to feel better, and then I find the painkiller ibuprofen rub to be so helpful. So those, your cozy warm socks. all the time. So few recommendation. And for I haven't spoken about footwear in my example banners, but I'll tell you guys, for shoes, you want to take one nice pair of walking shoes. I didn't want to have boots and five other shoes. I just took one slip-on Skechers style shoes, and they were so comfortable. I could just be in them. Like, I would just slip them on when I was sitting. If we wanted to stand in our 4x4 on the seats to see the animals, I would just slip my shoe right off in like 2 seconds and then stand and see whatever animal I was missing. So those were super handy. Take your flip flops. I think you can do flip flops with socks as well, because when you're driving in the bush in a 4x4, you don't get out of the car, you're just sitting inside the car. So they recommend doing flip flops with socks too. So I did that. I carried one pair of super cute neutral heels that I could do with anything if I wanted to look pretty for a dinner. And I'll get to dresses or no dresses part with that.
Did
And then
you wear the heels while you
I
were on safari?
I did.
What?
I did the very first day. And then I took these really cute, fancy strap-on flats, super lightweight, and they pack really well. You know, and they look super stylish. I'll show you my photo in those strap-on. So these were the four shoes I carried. I used all of them. And you know, in some hotels, you get those nice, whatever, slip-in shoes, disposable shoes, but you don't get them in all your hotels. So do take your flip-flops. Highly recommend that. So let's go to the next one, dresses or no dresses. So what do you think, Melissa?
I think if anybody's going to bring a dress on safari, it's going to be you.
No, but in general, do you think women should pack a dress, and yes or no? And if yes, then what kind of a dress?
Yes, I think it feels very comforting to have a good dress with you, and you can pack a dress that's actually pretty lightweight and it'll pack small, and it can be really versatile. Like, you can wear it as a skirt if you put a top over it. So I would pack, a lightweight dress that rolls up but has a fun print or some sort of pattern on it, and so you can still feel elegant when you want to, but it's not going to be dragging down the rest of your luggage.
That sounds wonderful. And then I did end up packing 5 dresses. So if anyone tells you no dresses, well, guys, it's totally up to you. I am someone, and they do have something called a sundowner in Africa. A lot of the times, and breakfast in the bush and lunch in the bush, we did a lot of that. So you would just enjoy an amazing drink while you see the sunset in the beautiful bush. So and a lot of times I feel like I feel the need to dress up after a long day, just look pretty. So if that is something that is your thing, or if you haven't tried it, I would recommend pack yourself 2 pretty dresses, if not 5. I probably took 7. I didn't end
the
up,
truth comes out.
I probably ended up wearing 5. So I wore my very first dress in Nairobi for a nice dinner. We were in a very nice colonial looking hotel, and it just felt so appropriate. So and then even in my bush camps, when I was super tired, I was like, let me dress up in a pretty dress. So let me show you some photos of me. So this is in Amboseli.
Oh,
I'm wearing a gorgeous halter dress with the tight strappy shoes that I was talking about.
That is stunning.
And it
So
just
the dresses are for the memories, right? That's like
right. I mean, it makes such a beautiful photo, and then obviously they're more than happy. The camp people are so happy you are dressed up. You are so happy you're dressed up. Everyone wants to take photos and just have a good time. So if dressing up is something you like, don't be shy. Pack lightweight printed dress, like Melissa said. Combine it with your new shopped jewelry, like me.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's gorgeous, Sandhya.
And then I wore this to a Maasai village, and it was so fun.
My jaw is dropped. This is such a gorgeous photo. Wow, what an amazing memory you made.
Yeah, so dresses are for memories. And then I took this linen dress and wore it again for a dinner.
That's the pink and yellow dress, right?
The pink and yellow.
I love that.
It was super comfortable, super fun. And honestly, after you're wearing all these safari regular clothes, it kind of feels nice to be
Yeah.
all dressed up and take these pretty sunset photos that make for great holiday cards, memories, just vanity.
To say I was there and I did that. Well,
Yeah,
thank you, Sandhya. That was so inspiring. I mean, your photos, like clearly you pulled it off. Like, I don't know, I wouldn't necessarily expect everyone to take 5 to 7 dresses with them on safari, but I think it was
take
worth
two,
it.
take three. Yeah, and then you can always also, bonus tip, take a gorgeous scarf. And maybe Melissa and I, guys, sorry, I'm trying to remove the banner. Maybe Melissa and I will do a video where we show you how you can style a scarf a bajillion ways.
I would
So
love that.
take 5 beautiful silk scarves, make them into gorgeous looks, and then if you spray yourself with enough mosquito repellent, you can be fine with it. So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So thank you, Sandhya. I'm really excited to talk with you in 2 weeks. We'll do another Thursday live, right? At 11 a.m. Pacific time.
Yes. And guys,
And
if you have any questions about this life, because I know we haven't covered everything and we probably delved deep into specifics. So put your questions below about your safari experience or your trip or any safari specific questions you may have. And we would answer it. Right, Melissa?
oh yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, I'll forward all the safari questions to Sandhya. But I always pack light, so that's kind of my thing.
And I
To
thought
have
it
a
was
pick.
pretty freeing to travel light because usually I'm like rolling around in 10 suitcases and it was just
Mm.
4 duffel bags. So thank you, Melissa, for inspiring me.
You're gonna come on to the carry-on side.
Yeah. Maybe we should talk about how to pack your entire trip wardrobe in a carry-on suitcase.
I
You
have a
should
lot to
show
say
us.
about that. I have a lot to say. It's tough,
Yeah,
but it's doable. It's worth it.
it's totally worth it, guys. We want you to, travel the world, have these adventures, dress up for them without carrying a whole shiploads of suitcases. So that's our goal in life.
That's right. Oh, thank you, Sandhya.
Thank you, Melissa, for letting me talk about my trip.
Oh,
And
I
yeah,
loved it.
see you in 2 weeks with
See you
our
too.
crazy, crazy ideas. And if you guys have questions, drop them in comments below. We read all your comments. And then go check out my website on www.sandhyagarg.com. And Melissa,
BikePretty.com.
go check out our work. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Bye.